Kuka se oli? Vielä tulee ihmisiä sieltä vasta. No, minä kerron nyt tässä, minusta ei tarvitse muuta välittää, ei kuulu mitenkään tähän ohjelmaan, mutta minä vaan kerron teille säännöt ja miten tässä menee, että tämä kulkee. Eli te näette tuossa niin portaiden sivuissa kummallakin puolella on yksi mikrofoni. Ja jos teillä on kysymyksiä, niin teette nätin jonon näiden mikrofonin taakse. Ja sitten osoittelee teitä ystävällisesti sormella, että puhukaa. Ja sitten teette kysymyksen ja muistakaa sitten, että yrittäkää alustavasti niin kysyä vaikka yksi kysymys. Älkää kysykö monta kysymystä, koska teidän takana on todennäköisesti yksi ihminen, jolla on yksi kysymys ja mieluummin enemmän ihmisiä kyselee kysymyksiä kuin yksi ihminen kyselee monta kysymystä. Ja please welcome Douglas Walker.
Guys. It's Sunday, you know, it's a con, that's National Hangover Day. Keep it down. Oh my God. I was gonna say, look, clearly a lot of you weren't drinking too much last night, but the ones that were aren't here right now, so. So, awesome. Excuse me, I had Taco Bell in okay, so for those who don't know, my name is Doug Walker. I have a website called channelawesome.com. I'm on YouTube as well. I do a whole bunch of characters, including Chester A. Bum and Dominic the Bartender, best known as Tasha Craig. Applaud! And at, I think, was it 1 o'clock? I think at 1 o'clock I have, or was it 2? Shoot. 2, thank you. At 2 o'clock, I have signings where I have like DVDs and prints and stuff, and those all go for money, but anything you bring to sign is totally free, so definitely line up, and if you don't get a question answered here or something like that, I'll be more than happy to answer it there, so definitely love to see you guys. And yeah, this is pretty much just a straightforward Q&A. I'm just going to go back and forth here between the two sides, and we're just going to jump right into it. So with that said, let's start over here. Go!
That's it, or Marsh.
Wait, where'd you? Oh, wait, yes, here, outside. The light. I'm just like I thought it was over there. Yes, go ahead, sorry.
Okay, so if you had a chance to redo a film, for example, a film that you thought had great potential but just didn't deliver, what would it be?
Well, that's actually like a really smart question. Most are like, what's your name again? If I could
My name is not important.
My name is Optimus Prime. You mean, so not like something I've made, but something like somebody else has made. It's like, let's redo that and make it better, that kind of thing?
Yeah, for example, like, everyone hates the Phantom Menace, except that one person yesterday.
Yeah, that was George Lucas, yeah. God, let me think. Man, that's hard to say. If I really had to redo a film, you know, maybe I'd get a new writer and everything, but maybe like that Tim Burton Alice in Wonderland. I'd really like to see a legit, good live-action version of Alice in Wonderland that, like, is good. Yeah, and it's weird because, like, you know, the one that's probably the least faithful is still the best, and that's the original Disney one. I mean, they're missing so much stuff out of that, but they just got the spirit and the madness down so much better, and they got such a good actress to do Alice and everything. So, yeah, I'd like to do something like that, but, yeah, no, good question. Over here.
Sup, Doug?
Sup?
Have you tried local moon candy? Salty licorice.
No, is it any good? No, actually. No, I like everyone has been like so excited to give me this stuff. I got like 3 packages of it. I had like some sort of moose version of it last night.
I knew everyone has wanted to give you some because everyone loves it.
Yeah, you know, if you like it, good for you. I thought it was terrible. Good. Even your bizarre obsession with tar and putting it in everything. But that was all really good too. I had tar beer for the first time. It was really great. So yes, I have had some, and you can keep it. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Efrem, and my question for you is, what do you appreciate in any cartoon or anime or etc. like animated films, and I said anime, and well, animated stuff in general.
What do I appreciate?
Yeah.
Just about animation, I guess. What I love most about animation is that there's really no limitation. If you can draw it, it exists. And it's so funny how long it's sort of taken people to realize this, you know, in terms of a medium, because I mean, we did have, you know, we had Disney for so many years, and we had all these great shorts, but they were still like, no, that's just kid stuff, keep it kid stuff, you know, we don't need to really do that much for adults, and only recently is it starting like, I mean, even now you can kind of argue it's more family than, you know, there's just adult stuff, there's not that much just adult stuff, but even then, that's a big step, because I mean, it is just such an incredible art form, and it can hit anyone because it can do anything. So I think that's what I like about it the most, whether it be hand-drawn or computer-generated or whatever, and we're really putting a lot more effort into it, which I think is great, and everyone can see it, you know, little kids or grown adults. So yeah, it's a great medium, it's such a good time for it right now, both on TV and film, and I'm so glad it's growing. So yeah, that's definitely what I like best.
Thanks.
Cool, great.
Yeah, sup, hello, and just a simple question really. Have you finished watching Steven Universe yet?
No, we just started, dude.
I don't know, what do you think of it so far?
Oh, it's crap. Clearly you don't watch the vlogs. No, it's good. I'll give away something already, because everyone was telling me to watch this show, and at some, you know, they've been asking for a while, but whatever, and then just one day, everyone goes to my Facebook and just says, oh my God, you gotta do the show, you gotta do it now. And so, you know, everybody's saying, I'm like, okay, something big happened, like some sort of big surprise or something like that. So I'm at a con, and that's usually the only time I see anything like on TV, like on Cartoon Network, because that's the only thing on in the morning. So it's like, I'm getting ready, out of shower, whatever, I turn the TV, I'm like, oh, there's Steven Universe, and I heard this is good. So I kind of leave it on while I'm getting ready, sort of glancing over, and then just sort of glancing with, I bet that was the episode. And at some point I went over, this one fan was telling me this, and I said, you know, I think I saw the episode. She's like, yeah, what is that? I went over and I just whispered in her ear, and she's like, yeah, that's it. So I already know kind of the big surprise, but I watched a few after it as well, and I really enjoyed it. There's some like I really can't wait to get to, because I think what they do with identity in that show is really fascinating. I mean, like Kafka level metamorphosis, fascinating. And yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, man, you could like really talk about this for a while, and I'm really looking forward to getting to those episodes. But I hear even outside of that, there's a lot of other cool things that happen that I don't know about, so I'm really, really excited to see where it goes. But yeah, I'm loving it. We're both loving it.
Nice, thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, I'd like to ask about, while Nostalgia Critic isn't as story-based, like something like Out of the Fourth Wall or something, there has been some development in Nostalgia Critic's character, like he has become more socially aware and stuff. So I'd like to ask, how much of Nostalgia Critic's character development has been planned beforehand, or is it just improvised? Or?
Yeah, how much of it is character and how much of it? Oh, planned? Is that what you said?
Yeah, planned.
Okay, gotcha. I mean, the Nostalgia Critic's mostly planned. The two that were mostly improv were Bum Reviews and Ask That Guy. And I'm still doing Bum Reviews, by the way. I've just been busy, sorry. Yeah, no, Nostalgia Critic's almost all planned. I mean, maybe at the most 10% is improvised, something like that, because I know that's like the big one that people come to see, so I really want to try my best to get that down and you know, get the right delivery and stuff and really have the jokes planned out. But at the same time, I mean, once in a while, if I'm doing a delivery, I'm like, nah, that line doesn't work, that joke doesn't work, I'll try a few different versions. So not that much is improvised, it's mostly very, very planned out. So yeah, there you go.
Thanks.
Yes.
Hey, my name is Patrick.
Hi.
My question is, what do you think is the weirdest sketch you've put the most effort into?
The weirdest sketch I put the most effort into? You know what, actually, I'll tell you, because it's one actually I didn't make, but I don't know what it was. We must have just been in a weird mood because we had this weird joke that, like, we were talking about maybe doing one of the Leprechaun sequels at some point, and we said, you know, this is like making a sequel to Willow, you know, with Warwick Davis, and we were just like, what would the sequel to Willow be? It's like, you know, The Fast and the Willow, and then we laughed, and then it's like, you know, Willow 2, The Willowing, and then we just start making up more, you know, Willow, The Wrath of Willow, and we kept going with this for some reason, and we just found it the funniest freaking thing in the world, and we said, we're gonna have all these titles, we're gonna have posters for each one, and it's gonna go on for like 10 or 15 minutes, and we're just gonna abuse the audience, it's gonna be amazing, it's gonna be like the longest running joke, and it's gonna be so great, and then the next day when I thought of it, I'm like, that is terrible! What the hell were we thinking? And I don't know what it was, it was a really hot day, maybe the heat was getting to us or something, but we just thought it was the funniest thing in the world, and then later, I sort of brought it up again, I'm like, yeah, that wasn't funny, right? No, that wasn't funny. So that was probably, but we just got so excited, and we went on for like, I don't know, a half hour just quoting Willow sequels. But yeah, for whatever reason, that just was the funniest thing in the world, even though it clearly wasn't. So, cool, thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey.
When you did your Nicolas Cage month,
Oh, was it?
when you did your Nicolas Cage month, I think you left out one of the most important movies.
What's that?
Vampire's Kiss.
You know, yeah.
So I agree with you. That's it. At some point.
There's so much potential for Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage month. I had to choose the ones that I just thought were, you know, kind of the funniest and like the most requested and stuff like that. And I missed that one. I tried talking about it a little bit in an editorial, but it's like, yeah, I never quite got to it. Maybe I should do it down the line, you know, maybe for like Halloween or something like that, because it's pretty enjoyable. It definitely gave us a lot of memorable moments.
It was one of the best Nicolas Cage impressions in this movie. You don't say maybe one of them.
I just, there's gotta be some sort of bit or sketch I can do where like Nicolas Cage is just teaching like the ABCs to little kid, like as a teacher. Hey, it's all you have to do! So yeah, probably somewhere down the line, because that would be pretty funny. So I'll probably get to it. Hey.
What did you think of 2001: A Space Odyssey?
2001, a spaceship. A spaceship. That'd be the weirdest name for a ship. I'm sorry, what was the last part?
When you was confused, as I was, in the ending was so confusing, I just kept staring at the wall for an hour like, what did I just watch?
I love it. I totally understand when people say they don't, or that it's pretentious, or too artsy, or something like that. I totally get that. But no, I love it. I love a film that can become like an experience. It goes beyond just something you're watching on the screen with, oh, what will happen to the character now? It can actually like get you to another state of being, because that's very hard for any film or really any art form to do. So when it can really do that, it can do it through like, you know, its own way and its own patience, and it has this ton of money thrown at it for some reason, which is like so strange. It's kind of like the world's most expensive art house film. I really thought it was amazing, but I totally know what people mean where it's like, you know, you're just looking at a ship for like 10 minutes and it's just moving, it's not doing anything. It's not like, I get that. For me, it sort of creates atmosphere and creates a mood, and I get sucked into it, but I totally understand when people are like, nothing's happening. Like, it's like Star Wars where they're blowing shit up. It's like, I get it. But I love it. I thought it was great.
Thank you.
Sure.
Hi, Doug. I would like to ask a question about a certain movie which got me very curious ever since I saw a certain review of yours as nostalgic critic, and I was wondering, do you have possible plans on making a movie review about a movie called Dark City?
Yeah. I don't think I could get much funny material out of it. I think the most I did was probably Matrix Revolutions. That was about the closest I could get to a review, because I really like it. It's a good movie. The only thing that drives me nuts about that movie is the editing. Like, it's really way too fast, and there's like a lot of those shots are so beautiful, but it kind of has that Fellowship of the Ring editing where it's really, really quick. And it's like, let me enjoy that shot, let me see it, come on, don't do that. But no, I think it's a really good film and a lot of fun, and I think did better than The Matrix did. So probably won't be a review coming up, but yeah, just know I really, really like it, and maybe I'll make references to it in the future, but probably not a full review because I don't think I can get that copy out of it.
All right, thank you, Doug.
Sure. Hey.
This is the question about Nostalgia Critic, the show. Are there any episodes you don't like or outright hate yourself, aside from the reason that they're just old and you've gotten a lot better since?
I think the one that everybody hates, and like when I put it out there, I kind of knew it was bad, but I'm like, let's take a chance, you never know. Then everybody hated it. I'm like, crap, yeah, they were right. It was the Let's Play of Bart's Nightmare. Yeah, when I was actually traveling, I was doing too many trips that year, and I kind of wanted to do this for years. Like ever since I started Nostalgia Critic and I found out what a Let's Play was, I'm like, this could be fun. Like this could be a cool idea, Nostalgia Critic doing a Let's Play. So I tried it like year one. And like the audio didn't record. I'm like, ah, crap, I can't do it all again. Whatever, I'll get to it another time. And a few years went by and I tried it again, and then it was like the recording of the video game didn't go through, or it got corrupted, so it's like, all right, I'll just wait longer. And then so years go by and I'm finally like, okay, I got all these trips coming up, I can do this really fast. And I didn't keep up with how Let's Plays were done and how far they've come. And I put this together and I'm kind of watching it while editing it. I'm like, I don't know if this is gonna work, but let's try it. Always good to try something new and just people. And it's not something like I can go in and be like, don't you people know greatness when you say, no, it's pretty bad, it's pretty bad. So yeah, it's that's probably one where it's like I watched it once and then I never watched it again. And I think most people have the same reaction. So yeah, that's probably the one.
I liked it.
Oh, definitely.
Hello. Okay. In 2012, you did the top 10 worst movies you've ever reviewed as the worst Nostalgia Critic reviews you've ever. Well, worst movie anyway. I know what you're talking But after that, you started reviewing movies such as Son of the Mask, Food Fight, and The Last Airbender. I was just wondering, are any of those movies in your top 10 now, or is it still the same as last time?
Food Fight would have to be in there now. Do not applaud that film! Do not look at it, do not give it any attention whatsoever! Yeah, if I really didn't want to, I wouldn't have reviewed it. But yeah, that one was, oh man, was it hard. Because like, we're making fun of it, and then we're just we feel like we're staring at nothing, and we're like, it's like you're staring at a punch constantly hitting you in the face. And it was just so painful to get through. So definitely that one. In terms of other ones, yeah, Cat in the Hat would probably be on there too. That was really, really hard. I liked it. Man, it's so interesting. It's like all you have to do is sit down and like watch something. That's not a hard job. I mean, that's really not that difficult, but man, sometimes it's impressive when a film can come along and make even that difficult to do. That's an impressive feat. So yeah, probably Cat in the Hat and Food Fight would be thrown in there. All right, thank you. Sure. Hey.
Hello, my name is Michael, and I'm here to ask you a question for my friend because she couldn't come here yet. And she wants to know, what's your favorite Jim Carrey movie?
My favorite Jim Carrey movie? Let me think. Like the best that he's in or best movie altogether?
I think she means the best movie ever.
The best one? Probably, top of my head, I'll go with Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. That's pretty good. But if you want to know what I think his best performance is, you're going to laugh. I mean, it's not any of the serious ones. I actually think his best performance is The Mask. But again, probably not for the reasons you think. The reason I think it's When he's the mask, he's just doing a Jim Carrey thing, but when he's Stanley Ipkiss, I feel like I'm watching like this is how he would normally do stuff. When you see him in a performance, like whatever, like Truman Show or even Eternal Sunshine, it's a little distracting because you can tell like he's trying to act really normal, but you can tell he's sort of restraining himself, and natural him isn't restrained. You know, he has these big expressions, kind of like what I do, and he talks with his hands a lot and stuff. So I always see a performance, though with Stanley Ipkiss, like, he was kind of a schmuck, but he was still himself. He was still big, and he had these big reactions, but it wasn't too over the top. So I really like him in that. I thought that was like his most honest performance. It was only like the second big film he did. So yeah, I really like him in that.
Thank you.
Sure. Hey.
So, if I remember correctly, you like Christmas somewhat.
A bit. That's all.
Oh, that's great.
There's a song about it called I'm Mildly Fond of Christmas.
Good. So have any of your Finnish fans suggested a couple of Finnish Christmas movies for you?
Oh no! Well, if you're talking about rare exports.
Yeah. And there's one more I'd like to recommend to you, which will make you maybe cry. From Tears of Happiness. It's called Christmas Story.
We have a Christmas Story in America.
No, the Christmas Story here is about Santa Claus.
Oh, okay, well mine's kind of about Santa Claus, just pushing a kid down the stairs. But it's called Christmas Story?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, joulutarina in Finnish, but translated that to English, it means Christmas Story.
Okay.
It was released in 2007, and it's very popular, even outside Finland.
Okay, no, I'll check that out. The only thing I'm afraid of is that if I try to find it, all I'm gonna find is A Christmas Story, you know, the American version.
Yeah, just also put it's the year it was released, 2007.
Okay, 2007. Okay, yeah, I'll check that out. I haven't seen all of Rare Exports yet, but I am anxious to get through all of it.
Yeah, like that, your female version, Scream, there's also another one, I'm not sure if it's if it's very easy to find, but you can try Santa Claus and the Witch Drum.
I'll check it out. I just clearly have no idea what this is, but I was like, yeah! Santa Claus words! I'm like, okay. Anyone that gets that excited for Santa Claus and Witch in the same sentence, I mean, I gotta check this out.
Witch Drum. Santa Claus and the Witch Drum.
Witch Drum. Even stranger to get excited for it, so I'm gonna check it out. I'll definitely look at it. So, cool, thanks so much, man.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Shaman Drum? Yes. Shaman Drum. Even stranger gets excited. So, yeah, I will check it out. Hi.
Hi. Since you started adding, you took in Malcolm and Rachel into your videos, and you also did auditions when you were looking for people to help you with demo reel for the time being. Was it very difficult choosing the right ones for your videos? Like, what was it about Malcolm's and Rachel's auditions that really impressed you, that you chose them to work with you?
Malcolm was pretty easy, because he was just, when we worked with him and we did, you can actually see it on the DVDs, you can see like the audition videos and stuff. Choosing him was very easy. It's like, okay, this is the guy. I mean, this is clearly the best one out of everybody we got. Rachel was a little tougher, particularly because, I mean, there's some other good ones, but it was down to these two people, and the two people were Rachel and Tamara, and they were best friends. They were actually roommates, and we're just looking at this like, oh, this is tough, and when it came down to the character, we're like, yeah, Rachel's the better Rebecca, so we went with her. But we kind of told Tamara, we said, we really liked you in this, you know, if we wanted to use you for the future, would you be down for that? And she's like, yeah, anytime you need me. So we tested her out in the Catwoman review to make sure, you know, she works out okay, and she did, she was great. And when Rachel said she was going to go back to California, we're just like, you know, well, let's bring her in, and we just brought her in and did that the Wicker Man review where she, you know, sort of takes over and stuff like that. Just it went over so well, and everyone was like so excited. I was like, man, that was a good introduction, and she was funny and everything. I mean, the internet does not take well to do things for people, and so for all of them to be like so welcoming to her when she came on board and for that episode go over so great, it was just like, it was a really great transition, because we were trying to warn her, like, you know, just sometimes you know, the internet can get a little like they don't like change and they don't like things are different. So just, you know, be ready for a little backlash or whatever. And she's like, oh, I'm a stand-up too. I know all about this, so don't worry about it. She got like none of it. Like everyone's like, welcome, Tamara. They were so happy. So I was like, oh, well, dodged a bullet there. So yeah, no, all of them have been really great. And with Malcolm it was really quick, and with Rachel and Tamara, it's like, oh, it's hard to choose between the two of them, so let's do both! So cool, thanks a lot, man. Thanks. Hey.
Hi, I've made something for you, but first I need to ask, are you planning to do any more musical reviews with Brent of Lost collaboration? Because I really like the songs and otherwise the interaction you have there.
You know, they're a lot of fun. They're very long to do, and they take a lot of time. So it's something where if we did, it would have to be like something I really love and I really want to do, which isn't out of the question, but it's gotta be something I really love. And top of my head, I can't think of anything where we could do that, and it would be like, yeah, I would want to put in the time and effort to do this. So I'm sure a movie will come along where it'll be like, yes, I want to do songs like this again, but not yet, but I'm sure it'll come along. And what do you got? Give me a point, give me a point, give me a point! Oh my god, this is so cool. I don't know if you can see, this is such a cool idea. This is from Fantasia when the conductor is shaking hands with Mickey, except it's me and Daffy Duck. I literally just talked about this movie too, Fantasia. I did a vlog on it. And that is so cool. It's just, oh my god, I love that. Thank you so much. Anyway, no. We're dying to set up the floor. I'm so sorry. I won't step on or anything. I just don't want to get wet or anything like that. So thank you so much wherever you went. I don't know where you went. But yeah, thank you so much. So cool. Hey.
Hi, my name is Katri, or Catherine, and I don't have much of a question, I have more like a comment.
Okay.
Because in your Farewell to Roger Ebert video, which is like, it's one of my favorite videos, by the way, it's like, it was really heartfelt and everything. And you said that he was the one who made your generation want to be movie critics. And I just want to say that you are the one who made me want to be a movie critic.
You know, I'll say this real fast. You know, I started off doing this just at my folks' place as like a joke, just a fun little thing to do as like a hobby. And I'm in Finland right now. Like, I know it's like, you wake up every day here, but it's like, for me, it's like a 9 or 10 hour flight to get out here. And I was brought out here because you people said, you know what, we want to see him. He's had such a big impact. And it's amazing just knowing that something started off as a fun little hobby, just for jokes and laughs in my parents' place, has turned into something where people across the world, it means so much when they want to see me, and you have no idea the feeling that gives you, man. So just, before I even forget, just thank you all so very much for the love that you constantly give.
As a guest of honor to FinCon, which is like a fantasy and sci-fi event here, like a couple of years ago or so.
Oh man, maybe it got down to here or something.
And they said that they had already picked the guest of honor at that point.
Yes,
ever since I was waiting for it, and when like in this spring I heard that Animecon is gonna have Doug fucking Walker as a guest of honor.
That is my real middle name.
and I was like. I actually like also almost started screaming and like running around the dorm, and I was like, Doug Walker is coming to Finland! I have to see this! Like click, no questions asked. Like,
and then you made it weird. It started off lovely and then it got weird.
Even though I live like hours away, I had to travel like 5 hours to come here.
I can travel 10
I would miss it, and then I come here and I see you, and I'm just like, my dreams are coming true.
Well, I really mean it when I say being here in front of all you people and everything. You really made my dream come true too. So thank you so much for the kind.
Thank you. I fucking love you, man.
You topped that one.
Remember me from yesterday?
No. I got these bright lights, so it's hard to see.
Well, she stole everything that I have to say. Well, no, seriously. I also have a painting for you, but I can give it to you later. But anyway, my question is, I love those movies, Suburban Nights and Supposedly, and I was asking, will there be any more movies like that from Channel Awesome?
We'll do one somewhere down the line. Because the nostalgia breaks take longer to do, it kind of gets in the way. But I mean, even now, honestly, like the past few weeks, I've started working on kind of like another idea. Because like in a few years, we're gonna have like the 10-year anniversary. It's like we gotta do something for that. So I'm already kind of working on a few ideas. I got kind of 2 possibilities that maybe we can do. And on top of that, it'd be great to work with the newcomers that we brought on board as well and sort of interact with them and stuff. Because that is the most fun about it, is that you get these great talents together, and even though it's fun to do the critic and to, you can work off of Malcolm and Tamara and stuff, but I mean, it's fun to be part of an ensemble. It's fun to just like, you put a funny character with another funny character, you can get great comedy. You put with a lot of funny characters, you just let the interaction happen. So that's part of the great fun of them.
I would love to see a Count Chocula with you in the same movie.
He's good. He's really, really good stuff. So yeah, we'll, like I said, somewhere down the line, I know we'll do another one. In terms of will it be before like the 10-year anniversary, I don't know. It might take, it just takes a lot more planning now because the nostalgia breaks take more time. And with each one, we kind of got bigger and bigger. So it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know if we're gonna like try and top To Boldly Flee or anything like that, but we definitely want to put a lot of hard work and energy into it as well. So there'll be another one. I just don't know exactly when yet.
So do you want your painting now or later?
Sure, why not? I got my fan art collection here. Yeah, you don't mind it being on the floor. That sounds so bad. Oh, there we go. What we got? Oh, you were showing me this before. That's right. Oh, cool. This is you talking about Suburban Night. This is of Captain Suburban Night. Woo! Yeah, everybody's saying like you didn't know if you're gonna finish in time and stuff. So no, that's awesome. On the floor it goes. All right, I need putting artwork on the floor.
Thank you.
Thank you. Very, very nice. Hi.
Hi, I'm Juho.
Hi.
What's your first memory about Star Wars?
My first memory? Have you seen my Ewoks cartoon review? No joke, that actually was my introduction to Star Wars. There's a cartoon called The Ewoks, and I had no idea what Star Wars was, but I was a little, 4 or 5-year-old or something like that, and I love this cartoon. I'm a young little idiot, so of course I'm just gonna love this cartoon. And then I find out there are these live action movies. I'm like, no, you're kidding. It's like, yeah, and it's called The Ewok Adventures. Battle for Endor. And I saw those as a little kid. I love those too. And then I found out like there's even a spin-off of those called Star Wars. They talk a lot in this one. Oh, that's kind of a bummer opening, but no, I got into it through that. But has anyone seen the Ewok movies? Okay, no, this is kind of a spoiler, but you're never gonna see them anyway. The first movie is like this little kid, a human kid, and her brother are off to find their parents. The parents are kidnapped like by a giant troll or something like that, and the Ewoks are there to help. So the whole film is going and helping them. It's a little TV family movie, whatever, or maybe it's a I can't remember, but they go and they rescue him, they fly off into the sunset. Oh great, and then you see the second film, and it's like, oh, what's this for? They all die. That is how the second one opens. And like, it's all the cast, they're all there. The only one that makes it out is the little girl. So it's like, the first film was like completely pointless. It was just building up to just rip your heart out in the second film, and it's like, what the hell, Lucas? It's just like the most shocking, holy crap, are you serious moment. And it's, like I said, it's not even like it necessarily happens off screen, because you see him like, there's the brother, and it's like he's dragging the parents in, into this into this place where people are firing at him and he's backing up, firing and stuff like that, and he had this little thing that says whether or not, like, what their life force is like and stuff, and all the lights go off, and she's like, my family, they're all dead! And it's like, Ewoks! So it's bizarrely dark. It's so weird, and it's so pointlessly mean. But yeah, so that was my introduction to Star Wars.
Yeah, because mine was in Shadows of the Empire when a stormtrooper killed me.
Well, you look great for being dead. So cool. Thanks a lot, man. Hey.
Hi, my name is Auri. If you could reincarnate after your death as any person or vegetable or whatever, what would you reincarnate as?
Carrot! I mean, it's kind of, why I want to be reincarnated? I mean, I don't have like a person, like, I don't know what it's like to be, you know, another person, I don't know what they go through, but if I could choose like, a kind of person be brought back as, probably like an illustrator or something like that, or like, you know, like a kid's book writer or something like that. I actually don't really, I mean, I'm not kidding when I say all that stuff about Dr. Seuss. I really hold him to like this high standard, and you know, the children's books, I mean, they're tougher and more important than I think people give credit for, because you have to take these important ethics and themes and stuff and messages, you have to condense them down to the most simple language that they're going to remember forever. And it's like, that's tougher than it sounds. You know, if you really want a book to last, you want to hit them, you want to remember them, I mean, you have to get like the most important words and the most minimal words to go in there. So I would love to do something like that. At some point, but yeah, I mean, it's a bad either. I live in Finland, so probably something like that. I think I would really enjoy.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Hey,
yo. I'm sorry if you get this asked a lot, but how do you look back on your life before the nostalgia break, and what do you feel about the changes that have happened to your social life?
Oh, my life was hell. You know, I was, you know, Chester ate bum, that's a real story. No, it was something, I mean, I'll say this, that like, I didn't know this was important, but when all the fame came with like the internet and stuff like that, Nostalgia Drink and everything, I was at a point where, because I was studying film, and I wanted to go to Hollywood, I wanted to do that whole route, and then I realized I wasn't going to be able to do it. I did not have the personality to survive in Hollywood the way you're supposed to, because there's a lot of double talking, there's a lot of fighting for your vision, there's a lot of compromising, and there's a lot of debating, and a lot of finding money, and I realized that that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted more control over the project, whatever it was. So I decided to be an illustrator, and like the whole idea of film and, you know, or video, anything like that was like dead. And I was like, okay, I'm okay with this being dead, and I told myself, if nothing ever comes of like my creative career at all, if I just never go anywhere, at the very least I can say I'm glad I tried it, and I'm glad that I tried doing illustration and drawings and just sort of trying it my way. And I said, I'll be happy either way. I don't need the fame. I don't need everybody to know who I am. I mean, it'd be nice, but it's not essential anymore. And growing up for years, that's what I wanted. I wanted like the fame and the attention and stuff. So when I finally accepted that this probably isn't going to happen, and anything that just happens from here on out is a plus, I think when it did finally happen, it made me all the more appreciative of it. Because I see a lot of guests and celebrities and stuff like that. Most of them are really nice, but you come across ones that are just like, you know, oh God, I gotta put up with the fans and stuff, I gotta talk with them, and I don't know if they want to shake my hand or something like that. There's weird people out there, and I'm just like, you are nothing without these people. And there are some that can go too far, and there are times where it's like, you know, you can be pushed to an extreme, you know, with working. I know it's definitely happened with me before, but at the same time, it's this idea of, you know, you need to show that appreciation, not just for the fans, but just for life in general, because this is so rare that this happens, and you gotta be thankful for it, because you're not even thankful when this happens, you're just not gonna be thankful for life, and you gotta be, because it's the best thing out there. So sorry, I get really philosophical there, but yeah.
No problem, good answer. Thanks for all the years of entertainment.
Thank you.
My name is Paavali.
Hi.
And by the way,
I'm over here.
Catherine Zeta-Jones is mine.
She'll be mine.
But yeah, I'm not really a sci-fi guy, and I haven't seen any Star Wars movies. Ever.
Have you seen Ewoks?
No.
Oh, you're missing out.
No. But I did like Interstellar. It was a very nice movie.
Oh, you like Interstellar?
Yeah.
Cool.
Soundtrack is amazing. Did you like it?
No. but I mean, if you like it, that's fine. I'm just getting Nolan out. I don't know, the speeches and stuff are just getting a little heavy-handed. They're feeling very Wachowski-ish to me. I mean, he's not quite Wachowski territory yet, but like I said, we sort of went from action films being one-liners to, being super, super dialogue-heavy. And now we're trying to find that balance in between again. I think we're doing, for the most part, an okay job. But yeah, there's some that still just want to have them be so talky and take up majority of the film. And it's like they don't do it unless you need to do it. And Matt Damon, every line of dialogue in that is a speech. He dies in the middle of a speech. He's like, have you ever considered what I thought? Boom, he's gone. I'm like, thank God. Sorry, I kind of spoiled it, but you weren't going to see it anyway. But yeah, no, I've heard people say, some say changed their life and they thought it was beautiful. And that's what does for you great. I mean, to really enjoy it and don't let anyone change it for it. It just didn't do it for me.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sure. Hey. It's like one critic against another critic.
Hi, I'm Anni, and I wanted to ask you that back in 2008, you made a special Halloween episode with Teddy Rocksteady. And we actually didn't have any kind of that toy back in Finland. But nowadays, as the devil, you have Malcolm. So we'll be seeing Malcolm dressed up as devil Teddy Rocksteady.
What a very specific request. If I had a nickel. No. What a bizarre request. I mean, if something comedic I feel I can get out of it, or I can write a lot of something that has a lot of potential for it, sure, but top of my head, I'm not thinking of anything. But that was a lot of fun to shoot because I was doing most of the puppeteering, and I also voiced Teddy on that. That's one of those, when I came out with it, I really thought, oh man, everyone's gonna remember this is gonna be a big one, and it doesn't get that many views. Like even back then, it didn't get that many hits, and I was just like so blown away by that because I'm like, I just thought it was so funny. Yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun to do, and it's still a pretty creepy toy. Especially just when the eyes open up, you just sort of you put the cassette in there, he's just like,
hi, I'm gonna eat you tonight.
It's like, even though I don't have teeth, so I have to mush you up. Nothing's planned for it, but we'll see. Maybe something will pop in my head, and maybe you'll put it in there. I'm like, that was a good idea. So we'll see what happens.
I've always wanted to say just 2 words. Bad credit card.
A bad credit Talk amongst yourselves.
It was 3 words, not 2.